Welcome to Willard Nazarene Church. We're so glad you're with us because we have great news for you, church family, and all of you that are a part of the Willard Naz family. Here's the great news, Robin, is that next week, May 31st, we will be back in the building for our first service back. Yay! And so, but before we do that, before we get to that point, here's some things that you need to know before you come back. And just some thoughts from your pastor, and just some reminders of things that we have done on your behalf to ensure that you're coming into a healthy and safe environment. So next week, Sunday, May 31st, and we're calling this a re-entry plan to the building, not a reopening, because for me, reopening means that you've been closed. And that couldn't be further from the truth. We have not been closed. Ministry has continued to go on. Connecting with people has continued to go on. Serving people has continued to go on. So the church, just a reminder, the church is not the building. A building is just a building. The church is the people of God. And so you have responded, the people of God have responded, and the church has been active and alive outside of this building. But with that said, it will be nice to be back, won't it?
It will be.
And so the first thing you need to know is that when you come back, is that there will be a new greeting method, okay? And so Robin and I are going to show you that, because we're encouraging no handshaking or no hugging. And I know that's going to be hard for me.
I love to hug.
We're both huggers, right?
I want to hug you.
We're both huggers.
That.
And so this is going to be the most difficult for us, I think. And so you folks may have to remind us, hey, no hugging, Pastor said. All right? So we've developed a new greeting method for you. Robin and I are going to show off this.
I can't wait to see Cliff do this.
All right, so here we go. When you enter the building next week, here's the new greeting method, right? So here you go.
Woo!
We're back! We're back! We're back!
Okay, that is really dorky. We know it.
No, just listen, we like to have fun here, and that's all right. So we encourage you, if you come next week, you need to participate in that new greeting method. So here's some things that are going to look different for you. First of all, it's going to be a shortened service, and that's going to be hard for me too.
Oh, that's going to be really hard for him.
Somebody said, well, to shorten the service, I'll have to limit the sermon to 20 minutes. And Nate said, how are you going to do that, Pastor Brad? You've never preached 20 minutes in your life. And he's probably right about that, but we're going to do the best we can with that, all right? So a shortened service. The nursery will be closed. There will be no Sunday school. And all of the external rooms outside of the sanctuary will have been cleaned and disinfected, sanitized, and they will be closed. Only the lobby and the sanctuary will be open, as well as the restrooms. And the restrooms will be open, okay? So we want to make sure you know that as well.
Thank you.
And children's ministry will continue, but it'll look different, right, Robin?
Okay, so kiddos, here's the deal. We are going to have Kids Zone minutes and moments together. We're going to be a team, Kids Zone team. And we're going to have time together in the service, but it's just going to look different. Instead of us leaving, we're going to have a little moment or two, and we're going to invite the adults to listen, because that's what we have to do. But we're going to be together, spaced out, of course, 6 feet apart. But we're gonna have some time together where we can learn about God's word for us. And the older kids, I will have some things for you to do as well during the service. I'm excited to see you all. I cannot wait to see you all.
That's fantastic. So we're looking forward to having you back in with us next Sunday. The building we can assure you, the building will have be cleaned, disinfected, and sanitized, and ready for you. The coffee station will be closed, and so that's going to be another hard one for us.
I know, that's a hard one.
What to do with no coffee? So coffee station will be closed.
Bring your own.
We'll also have easy access to hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes in the restrooms for you. We would also ask that if you are sick, to please stay home, and if you would, we would encourage you to take your temperature before beforehand. And if you have a temperature, please stay home.
If I stay home because I'm sick, not feeling well, have a temperature, any of the above, is there a way for me to watch service?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that. Yes, we will continue everything that we have started and the way in which we've done ministry since being out of the building will continue. We'll continue to live stream our services, and you'll continue to be able to catch us on Facebook Live and going to our website and those kinds of things that have been put in place. You'll still be able to see our service and to worship with us outside of the building. So that's a great question. So if you're sick, stay home. We encourage you to do that. If you're over the age of 65, we encourage you to stay home. You're still the most vulnerable. You're still the most at-risk population. We want to take care of you. We want to remind you we love and we care and we appreciate all of you so much. And our intent here is just to provide a safe, healthy environment for you. And then the other thing is you hear a lot about masks. There's a lot of controversy about masks. So to mask or not to mask? And so this mask, it makes me want to wear it. You know, this is Cincinnati
I can
Reds
understand
mask.
why.
So, what do you think, folks? Should we mask or not mask? Well, we're going to encourage it. However, it's not mandatory. We do encourage social distancing when you're here, so the sanctuary will look a little bit different to ensure that. If you're part of a family, certainly we want you to sit together. If you're not, we're going to encourage social distancing, the 6 feet apart.
Well, what if I don't? What if I want to come? I want to wear a mask, but I don't have a mask.
So good to ask that question, Robin. We will have masks for you. If you would like to wear a mask, we will have disposable masks to hand out to you. And so you will have access to that as well. So social distance, and of course we told you about the greeting plan. You got to participate in that. And I think that is just about it. But this is not something that none of us we've never experienced this, and these are waters that have been difficult to navigate through. But it is our prayer and it is our hope that you will come back and participate, and as we have. Our intent as leadership, as your pastor, as a safety team, and as a church board has been to provide a safe and healthy environment for you to return to.
And Pastor Brad, I was thinking, a lot of you, I sent out messages about serve your streets and taking the approach that during this COVID-19 time, we would really focus on the people in our neighborhoods and on our streets and maybe take them some goodies and some information about our church. And so I think this is such a great opportunity in the next 7 days for you guys to maybe go back to those homes and those spots and those places and those people that you've served and just say, hey, we're going to have a reentry on Sunday and we would love to have you worship with us. It is going to look different. The whole world looks different. But the most awesome thing is that we get to come together as believers, and this is a great time. So many people's hearts are open and ready for the peace of Jesus Christ. So this is a great time for you to go out there. If you didn't participate in Serve Your Streets, we'll serve your street this week. Take a baked good or a can of soup or a meatloaf or some cookies over to a neighbor with maybe something in a card that just says, we would love to have you worship with us. It is a great time to serve our streets and to invite people to church.
Connect with a neighbor, for certain. Connect with a neighbor. And last thing I almost forgot is that it will look different in here. There'll be fewer seating, fewer chairs for seating. There also will be no hymnals, Bibles, guest cards, tithe envelopes, and those kinds of printed material will all have been removed. And all announcements will be on screen. And is
that forever, Pastor
and no
Brad?
bulletins. That is not forever. That is the re-entry phase. And as we move through this and move through these waters, we'll begin to loosen those restrictions as time goes on, and we'll continue to monitor what our county health department is saying, what Church of the Nazarene is saying, and what the CDC is saying. That's how we've kind of gotten our information.
So we get to hug again eventually.
Eventually,
Oh,
we'll get to
yes!
hug again. And eventually, we'll get to share a cup of coffee together again.
I
all
can't
right?
wait.
So that's it, folks. And we just encourage you to come back. And we want to just remind you that we love you, we care for you, and we miss you. And so we're looking forward to next Sunday.